Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10.
Welcome to Club 120. The ultimate roundtable for diehard Cubs fans and lovers of all things sports and lifestyle.
Strike three, you're out.
Hosted by Neil and Nate, two former baseball players and coaches turned loud mouths with strong opinions and even stronger banner. Get ready for quick-hitting, time-answer segments packed with wit, laughs, and the occasional heated debate. From analyzing Cubs on-field action to diving into off-field drama, no topic is off limits. So grab your glove, pour a drink, and pull up a seat at Club 120, where the banner's quick, the takes are hot, and the Cubs always come first. Let's get started.
Play ball.
Welcome to Club 120. As always, we want to thank you for spending a small part of your week with us. We are your host. I am Neil. That is Nate. And we are actually recording this week's episode a day earlier than normal because Nate is headed to Phoenix and the Waste Management Open this weekend. Nate, yes. I am super jealous.
It's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a real fun week. Luckily, sometimes professionally, we do have some opportunities to indulge in some things. And one of our wonderful persons in the industry has bestowed a wonderful opportunity for us. So I'm going to have to go Friday, and I'm just going to have to report back on the 16th tee and the pavilion. I'll be there. And we'll make it happen. Might or might not live stream. I don't know if that's permitted in there, but we'll see what we could do out there and what we might or might not be able to report back. So,
well, I'm super jealous. That's always been a bucket list sporting event for me, and I'm certainly excited to live vicariously through you this weekend. But that being said, our first topic is all yours, man. It is Nate's Dog Pound. And this will be a occasional recurring segment on our show. So I'm going to defer the whole 3 minutes to you. Why don't you tell us what the Dog Pound is, how you get in, who's currently in it, and what we can expect for future episodes of the Dog Pound.
I love it. We've been kind of hitting at this, and something during some of our live text exchange during ball games, right, and just conversations going on. This guy's a dog. Oh, this is that, and it's there. What is the Dog Pound? Man, we're looking for junkyard dogs. We're looking for guys that just have it. And sometimes you can't really explain it. You don't have to have something that is 99 mile an hour fastball. You don't have to have an exploding slider. What we're looking for is a guy that's got it. They got a little hunt to them. They got a little fight to them. And they're willing to bring it to their table no matter what the situation. Okay, they get touched up. Is the next one going at the guy's ribs? I'll give you an example. Ben Brown, he reminds me like his 16-year-old coach taught him how to throw at guys' heads. Like, we don't like this guy. Throw it at his head. Go ahead, Ben. And that's the kind of guy that he is, right? And so he's a dog, right? That's what we started with is there. Porter Hodge grew into that late in the season after blowing a couple early saves. Now he's a dog. He's a dog. So there's two. We're looking for a couple more, honestly. We're looking for, is Horton going to be one? Is Neely going to be one? Is Birdsell going to be one when he comes up? Are we going to see some of those flashes? So what we'll see this year and how we're going to do this recurring is you might see it pop up, maybe a little live in game, and you might see a little hashtag JYD, right? Junkyard Dog, and Ben Brown's on it. Or it might be a moment where we see Javi Assad or one of these other guys. We don't know.
I think it's NDP. I think it's Nate's Dog Pound, baby.
Okay, well, all right. DP it, whatever it is, but we'll bring it up and let's get something going here. And we want to see these young pups I want to see if they can hunt. And I
So
really
we got 30 seconds left. So let me ask you this.
okay.
Can anybody be a dog, or do you have to have a look to you?
No, you don't have to have a look. Jamie Moyer was a dog. He also looked like my dad.
I love it. That's great.
Can you
Okay.
get it done or not? Are you gonna be a dog or not? Let's
Okay.
hunt.
I like it.
All
I
right.
like it.
Yeah, that's on my pound, and we're gonna go after it. Let's go. There's some speaking of the pound and what's behind that coming out of the bullpen sometimes. We got some new stuff going on at the friendly confines. Neil, tell us a little bit about what's going on there at Wrigley and what our fans might be able to find at the friendly confines this spring.
Yeah, so I kind of dig it, honestly. They built this thing called the Yard. It's a new seating area. It's located above the batter's eye in center field. According to the renderings and everything that you see online, which is all they're showing us right now.
Sure.
But it looks pretty awesome. It look like you can buy sections of 4 or 6, maybe even 8. But ticket prices are $175 a piece, which might sound like a lot, but it comes with unlimited drinks, concession food, and beer is included in the drink. So to me, that's worth the price of it. At like $13 a beer. I mean, I'm now listen. I'm not a traditionalist, right? So while I do love the history and the tradition of Wrigley, I also love the upgrades that the Ricketts have made to Wrigleyville. Like, I love the whole game day experience. I think the game day experience is vastly improved from what it was 20, 25 years ago. Now, I also love that when they do make upgrades, it fits with the ballpark. It looks historic. It looks so I like it. I like what they've done. I know a lot of people are griping about the 175 a piece and being able to afford that, but when you add in the concessions, I mean, shoot, man, there's been times when you spend that at the concessions alone.
Oh, well, what it does is it gives their corporate sales office another opportunity to move some tickets. And quite honestly, for most casual fans, this is a great place to do that. If you've got a small group, and this is a little pub. Sorry, I'm selling here for Riggs, and Ricketts. But guys, honestly, it's a fun deal. And as a corporate planner, you know what you're spending right then and there, right? Like, hey, if you want to go get a t-shirt at the company outing, go do it. Everything else is taken care of. So it's a really cool deal. I think you're going to see a lot more corporate involvement, maybe at the smaller mid-sized level. Be cool, fun, 40, sales teams out there, things like that. So the ballparks, even the oldest ones, are really embracing the nooks and crannies of a ballpark to give fans interesting angles to watch games or additional amenities, right? We did the deal in Atlanta, caught a game down there, and there was a little side club down the left field line. Didn't even know it, Chippers Club or whatever. So all these, they've embraced these opportunities to sell, and I don't mind it. Right, it gives fans a better opportunity that might not be knocking out season ticket holder prices, but finding good opportunities to go to games.
Right. Yeah. I love it. All right. So, Fashion Police. So the Cubs unveiled about 2 weeks ago at CubsCon their new uniforms. Let's hear it. What are your thoughts on the new uniforms? Do you love them? Do you hate them?
So they soft launched the powder blues, right? They kind of trimmed the Wrigleyville, right, with the navy, the little blue there. The city of Chicago obviously has that powder blue in the flag, in the city flag, and it's a huge deal. I think it's a straight up kiss to Chicago, not just Wrigleyville now, right? Like this is their town, and they have it. I'm surprised they didn't do it before, but you know what? You did do your hometown neighborhood strong with that first showing for City Connect, right? That's great. These are classy. They're clean. I really, really think so. And quite honestly, if you have any shade of blue in your deal, this is our Rob Manfred mandate moment. He's mandated if you have blue, you have to have a powder blue sometime in the next decade. So we're just checking it off the box.
No, I have to admit, when I first saw it, I didn't like it. When I first saw, I think the first picture that leaked, I don't know who it was. I can't remember. I'd like to give him credit, but I have no idea who it was. It was just like a picture of somebody's feet with the uniform on a table that, they took a picture.
Facebook
And
Marketplace.
yeah, and I saw it and I was like, please tell me that this was like a giveaway in the, 70s or something, and this is not the uniform. But then I saw it with the number.
Mhm.
The first one didn't have the number on the chest, and then for some reason it just popped with that number on it. And then when I saw it with the white pants and the piping down the white pants, I was like, okay, this is going to be a home uniform, because I thought it was going to be a colored road jersey. I thought this is going to be a home uniform. And on top of it, then they showed the hat, and I mean, the hat is sick. I love the hat. I can't wait to get one.
Yep. Soon
So
enough. Soon enough.
I mean, if I can, I need New Era to come out, with the low profile fitted hat. I'm not a big, the stand up high hat. I like the fitted ones. Or, I mean, the low profile. So if I can get New Balance to do me any favors, that'd be big time.
Be a really good year, I think. Quite honestly, there's going to be a lot of good colors. Especially with the red, you're going to see a lot more red coming out with that powder blue. So get ready to update, fans. You're going to get a fantastic new wardrobe this spring. It's going to be fresh and light, and you're going to feel great as we catch those dubs. Now, while we're doing it, we might be seeing a familiar face hanging around Wrigley, and might or might not be controversial, depending on which side of the traditionalist fence you are wanting to sit on, because Sammy Sosa has been rumored to have a role in some sort of fashion with the Cubs this season. Are you for or against this?
I'm all in. I'm all in, baby. I mean, obviously I grew up, Sammy,
Mhm.
slamming Sammy, and, the McGuire chase and all that stuff. And I mean, look, here's what I think this is. I don't know if this is true or not. This is just my philosophy, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I'm going to pretend like it is. I think, sadly, this was sparked by the passing of Pete Rose. And I think the Reds, I think the game of baseball, MLB missed the opportunity to bring back Pete Rose. I'm not saying, all these old heads can argue about whether he needs to be in the Hall of Fame or not. Like, I think he does, but that's just me. But to me, I think they missed the opportunity to bring him back into that fraternity. I think a lot of franchises now, you're going to see like, hey, we can't let these opportunities with I mean, you know how much money Sammy Sosa made the Cubs over the years? And now that they bring him back, how much money is he going to make them now? Like, I mean, signings and all these things that he's going to be able to do, and appearances.
Mhm.
I'm glad he's back, man.
Good. I am too. We're equal, right? We're same age as far as our baseball minds are concerned. Same generation, so we can embrace that. As one of the three guys that saved baseball, I mean, there's some others, but I mean that Sosa and McGuire summer and Barry Bonds, and they allowed this to happen. Everybody's complicit here. We're all guilty. We wanted it. We like the juice. We had our hands up. We want more. We know it. We we saw their lockers with all the juice stuff right there in your face, and now we're shunning them. But they saved the game after a lockout, and now we've shunned them for over a decade. Yeah, bring them back, please. And you're right. Yes, there's money to be made, but realistically, this is for the good of the game. It's for the good of the game. And we touched on it last week in the Hall of Fame episode. But the reality is, there is a bunch of old heads in this game right now that are flat out standing in the way of history being told to our kids and the next generation of people who don't understand who Sammy Sosa is. If we showed a picture of Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa to heck, my 12-year-old, he'd be like, ah. So
Yeah.
it's a tough one.
Yeah. All right,
But
man. Spring training. What do we need to know about it? What's happening?
man, we are so close. We are
Uh-oh.
so close, and there is so much going on. And so this is really kind of that calm before the storm. Let's be honest. So when we get to that point of the spring training, what do we need to understand? Why are these guys going here or there? Right? Who's up? Who's down? What are some important things that we need to understand that are coming so fast and so furious at us right now?
Yeah, so pitchers and catchers obviously report on the 9th, which is 5 days. Well, it's 5 days from when we're recording. When this goes live, I think it'll be 3 days. But the first spring training game, we still got a while for that, February 22nd.
Okay.
Then obviously a little less than a month later, the Tokyo games, which we're all so thrilled about. And then not long after that, we open up at Arizona on the 27th of March. So I'm excited about spring training. I always try to get down there for at least a week. Uh, and you've been to spring training with me before. My favorite thing is during the day. It's not even the games. It's really during the day to be on the backfields and watch those young guys grind. And you know, um, when other teams pull up with their bus and they're bringing their single A, their double A, everybody gets off board, and there's 4 games going on one time in a backfield, and just being able, especially the way the Cubs facility is set up, and you can see all 4 fields, just by standing right in the middle. And that's, to me, I love that stuff, man. That gets my juices going. It gets me excited for the season. So I'm ready. I can't wait.
Absolutely. No, that's the wind switched from the north today. It was really warm here in Dallas, and then it just switched this morning, and I was like, boy, that feels like Wrigley. And I was really mad, but also kind of happy. I was like real pissed, but like, ooh, that feels like Wrigley. So we're here. We're here. During this time, this next 6 weeks, what we're going to really do is take some time whenever we see guys going up and down. You might see some highlights from us. We might do a few segments talking about some guys coming and going. Don't freak out. If they're going to a minor league camp and you don't see their stats, with the big league club for a little bit, or what's going on. So we'll keep all that going. There's so much going on at spring training. If you have not been down there to Mesa and to Sloan Park, absolutely get there. It's a great week, worth every penny.
Absolutely. All right. So the last segment here. So you've heard the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. So we're gonna mix that up a little bit, and we're gonna call this segment "Smoke or Fire." And I'm going to ask Nate some questions, and he's going to tell us whether there's smoke there or whether there's fire there. And these are just some rumors going around Cubs Nation, and so I'm gonna just say the name or say the rumor and let you tell me whether you think there's smoke or fire there. So the first one is Dylan Cease.
Smoke. This would have been really cool to talk about last trade deadline. I think that's pretty much what we were doing, weren't we? With a couple of guys, maybe Cam Smith, I think, was on the table at the time, and we were all like, "Oh, I don't know if that's good enough." And there was a couple other. Look, you already danced once with this. You had the best offer on the table. The Padres, if they're going to offload, they want all the money. They are all the prospects. They need replenished. They have spent a bunch. You should have sent them across town when you had a chance to just literally have them there by game time tonight. And you should have done it. So let that smoke pass. Let's move on and not cost the rest of the farm system for a guy that, quite honestly, will throw you a no-hitter, but also throw the next 3 weeks away. So I think that's how he is at this point in his career. So I'm good.
Okay. The next one, Alex Bregman.
Boy, he's becoming more affordable by the day, isn't he?
Right.
And I really don't want to. Sorry, Alex. I really enjoy you. I think you're a really good person. I really do. I think he's a good dude. But we've done something. We've done some things here, and it's not time to change that. I understand that Alex Bregman can be an upgrade, a massive upgrade at the one position that we have exhausted the opportunities for, except for the part where the number one prospect in all the land is sitting there. And now you're been like, well, I mean, we can afford Alex now. You spent so much time, effort, and energy to make Matt Shaw available and clear this path. What are we doing? And we don't want to go to the apron. We don't want to spend, but now he's affordable. I don't know. Let me know. It's smoke for now, but it's heating up as we go.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. As each day goes by, I think they're just trying to unload him, right? Like I think they're trying to make some room for something, and they are trying desperately to unload him. And I think what we're going to have to give up for him becomes less and less every day. Okay, so PECOTA, that is Player Empirical Comparison and Optimization Test Algorithm. For those of you that don't know, I had to Google that. Predicts that the Cubs will win 90.6 games, the third best overall record in 2025. Is that smoke or fire?
It's a lot of smoke here, man. I see what you're doing. You're just making me have to get all fired up and talk about things that are. You can try to prove this with statistics. You can try to prove winning baseball with statistics, and I understand that they've tried so hard to do this. But and we heard this last year. The numbers are going to level off. Jeb, we're just waiting for our numbers to get to the level. And okay, well, listen. If Dansby shows up in August again, we're sunk. I'm sorry. We're gonna bring these kids up. What PCA, what Matt Shaw, and what anybody under 2 years of service time gives us this year is going to be highs and lows. If Dansby, if Nico, if Ian, if Amaya doesn't enter the season to where he was at last year at the end. If the arms that are frontline arms aren't consistently good, then these kids aren't going to have a chance to shine because we're going to be relying on these kids, not watching them with this deal. I am tired of these guys hoping that we're going to get to level. 90 wins happens when your best players are your best players. And we got some prospects that'll be really cool fireworks afterwards. Smoke.
So all three, Dylan Cease, Alex Bregman, and the AI predicted 90.6 wins. All
that's right. That's all. We aren't at 90 yet. We're gonna have to go prove it, and that's why we got the dog pound. Let's go, boys. Ooh, ooh.
All right. Okay. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching this week. Thanks for listening. As always, you can find us on all social media platforms at Club 120 Show. We are also online at www.club120show.com. Look us up, find us, say hi to us, comment, all that good stuff. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Hey, have fun at the Waste Management.
Hey, I'm gonna try.
This has been Club 120. Neil and Nate have practically spent their entire lives doing something centered around baseball. And with these guys, you're going to get quick-hitting, time-answer segments packed with wit, laughs, and, yes, heated debates. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, you can find us on all social media platforms at Club 120 Show. And, of course, the website at www.club120show.com. Until next time, go Cubs, go!